Nice of you to drop in.
Hello people, I'm the Comic Book Gamer, and I thought it'd be fun to talk about Arrow since we're getting closer and closer to the end of Season 3. So yeah, let's get into it. Here are some things that I think could really improve Arrow, because let's face it, it's not as good as Flash. It's good, but it's definitely not as good as Flash is right now. Flash has had like at least 4 holy crap episodes in just this season alone, and we're not even to the season finale yet, and we've already had a ton of season finale caliber episodes. I mean, it's been really good. Where Arrow's kind of like, yeah, it's been good, but it hasn't had anything that just made me go, holy crap, or like, they just did that, what happened? It hasn't made me do that yet. It's not there, but it has been good. So yeah, here are some things that I would like to see integrate into Arrow Season 3 or Season 4, just the future of Arrow. So my first complaint is the fact that Arrow has way too many storylines in any given episode. The fact that the majority of the episodes split between Oliver, Thea, Felicity and Ray, and Laurel. That has 5 characters, way more than you need in a single episode. Cut out commercials and you're getting like 42 minutes of actual Arrow, and that's split between 5 characters generally. And that's not like, you know, oh, they're all on screen together. No, it's generally their own story and you are following them. That's not good. This is the Arrow show. It needs to be about Oliver. And let's face it, a lot of these characters just aren't even that good. Laurel, I hate Laurel. I like Laurel. Well, Laurel was fine season 1. I wouldn't say I liked her, but she was fine. When Laurel was on screen, I was like, okay, she's fine. I wasn't like, I hate this person. She is really annoying. Get rid of her, like I am now. I'm hoping Deathstroke pops out of nowhere and just impales her on his sword. That's what I'm hoping happens. That would be awesome. And then I'd be like, this show is a million times better than Flash. Please do that, Arrow. That would win me over, and I have a feeling every other single person that watches the show. It would be awesome. Imagine if Deathstroke came out of nowhere and then just impales her or chops her head off or anything. That'd be awesome. Anyways, not discussing the death of Laurel. Felicity. Felicity has been way too much this season. I liked Felicity season 1, season 2. She was good. She was funny. She'd come in, say something a little quirky, help Arrow out, tell him, hey, this bad guy's hiding in this warehouse. Hey, this guy's identity is this. That was cool. I liked Felicity. Now there's way too much Felicity. It seems like the writers don't know how to handle her in big chunks. Like, they're like, holy crap, Felicity's a lot in this episode. How do we write her? Have her question Oliver on every single decision he's ever made. Got it. That's what they do. You're siding yourself with Merlin? Why would you go to fight Raish? Why would you come back? The whole time she missed Oliver, and then he comes back, she just hates him. It's like, what's going on? I don't like Felicity right now. There's too much Felicity, and she's not been good. I don't think the writers know how to handle bigger chunks of Felicity. It doesn't seem like they do. When they throw more Felicity in an episode, the writers just seem to panic. And if not, then if they think this is good, then it's just, yeah, you know, you're not writing good Felicity. Now, Ray, I like Ray, but there's no need for so much Ray. Ray's been thrown in it more because Ray is like in most scenes with Felicity. Before, like when he first came in, they were a little bit more separate. Like Ray wasn't in so much, but now he's being in like almost just as much Felicity. I like Ray, but there's no reason to split it into him because we need to be following Arrow, and anything that takes away from that, it's like, yeah. Especially stuff that's like mediocre like this. Now, Thea, I like Thea because her and Oliver have a cool relationship now. Their whole brother-sister thing is cool. I like seeing that, but they've been following her on her own a lot lately, and I don't care about that. I don't care about seeing her applying to kill her dad for the millionth time. I don't care about her complaining about, oh my gosh, my dad's an evil, psychotic assassin. We know that. We don't need to hear you complain about it. I don't need to see more Thea. I like it when we're following Oliver and then Oliver just runs into Thea and they say stuff. That's cool. No, I don't need to see her on her own separate thing. Diggle. Not enough Diggle in Season 3. There hasn't been. Diggle is awesome. More Diggle equals better Arrow. It's just fact. Look at the Nanda Parbat episode. A Diggle-centric episode. One of my favorites of this season. Look at the Suicide Squad episode. A Diggle-centric episode. One of my favorite episodes of the season. I think there's something going on there. But you notice how they're not like, here's a Diggle storyline every single episode? But when Diggle does have his own storyline episodes, it's cool because it's not every single episode's not taken away from the main story. It's just like, okay, here's sort of a filler episode, but it's so cool you won't care that's filler. That's what they do with Diggle. But with everyone else, it's like, hey, Laurel's going to go down to the police station and argue with her father. You want to see that? I know you do. Instead of showing you what's going on with Arrow and Raish. That's what they do, and I don't like that. Diggle's like every now and again. Roy, we hardly ever follow. Generally, when you see Roy, it's just when Oliver runs across him. Like he got like that one Sidekicks episode with Wildcat, which was kind of cool, but that was all he's really gotten this season. He hasn't really even like been followed in an episode to where like everyone else is almost always followed. Besides Roy and Diggle, my two favorite side characters aren't really followed in an episode, which doesn't make sense to me. Now, something I really want to see in this show is Green Arrow, because let's face it, it's been Batman with a bow and arrow lately, and I don't want to see that. Season 3, there has been no Green Arrow. It's just been Bruce Wayne right there under the hood the whole time. Season 1, at least, there was a difference in the fact that Green Arrow killed and Batman doesn't, but now there's no difference at all. It's just the same guy. They're even borrowing the same storyline. But if they would add some quips into the guy, do that, integrate it in, because look at the banter between Oliver and Diggle. There's some funny stuff there, and it would work. We can see that Stephen Amell can pull it off, so just add it in. Do it. Come on. Look at the Jeff Lemire Green Arrow, New 52 Green Arrow, Jeff Lemire's run. Perfect example for how to do a darker Green Arrow with the witty quips that we all know and love from Green Arrow. Just do that. Worked perfectly. Integrate that in. It is the perfect real. That's my favorite. Well, I don't know about my favorite, but it's one of my favorite renditions of Green Arrow, and it's awesome. And it'd be perfect for the Arrow TV show about how they're going through things. Now, also integrate some Green Arrow villains into the show, because it's been Batman mostly. Now, Deathstroke, a lot of people are like, that's a Batman villain. He's not. If anything, he's a Nightwing villain, and then second a Green Arrow villain, because he's more of a Green Arrow villain than he is a Batman villain. Yeah, he's got more of a rivalry with Green Arrow than he does Batman, but he's sort of an everyman's villain, but I would say mainly Nightwing. But yeah, they also need to integrate some Green Arrow storylines, because Season 1 was a Green Arrow storyline. This season is not a Green Arrow storyline, it's a Batman storyline. Season 2 was more of just an original storyline, but Season 3 has been a borrowing of, well, elements. It's not really, like, the storyline itself is sort of different, it's, like, actually different from the Batman storyline, but the whole, like, hey, I'm Ra's al Ghul, can you come, be my heir, because I don't have a son and I need you, please do it. That's completely taking from a Batman storyline. There's no point in doing that when you're already being told that you're a copy of Batman with the way Oliver acts, and now you're just like, hey, yeah, we're Batman the show with bow and arrows. Don't do that. Integrate some quips into Green Arrow, integrate some villains and some Green Arrow storylines like you did with Season 1. Also, I'd like to see Oliver kill again, but I know we're not going to see that. That was something else to make him different from Batman. Something else I'd like to see that we're probably not going to get is in the flashbacks. Because Season 1 flashbacks were awesome. Season 2 flashbacks were good. Not as good as Season 1's, but they were good. And I like seeing the fact that we got a continuation of Season 1's. That's really why I like Season 2's flashbacks. They weren't handled as well to me as Season 1's flashback. And Season 1, every time a flashback came out, I was like, oh, awesome, flashback. Season 3, it's just like, I don't care. Get back to the main story. I want to see what's happening present day with Oliver. I don't care about the flashbacks. I like Maceo, I think his name is. Yeah, Maceo, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but he's cool. The guy plays him's good, but now that he's in the present, I really don't care about flashbacks, because he was the only reason I cared about flashbacks, because he wasn't in the present, but now that he is, no need for flashbacks. We don't need them. Maceo's in the present, and they're boring, and they take place of what we could really be seeing that we care about in the episode. Also, Black Canary to me needs to be getting on that Laurel Black Canary needs to be either getting on that spinoff show instead of Sarah, because Sarah does not need to be on a spinoff, otherwise it'll become like Marvel and you'll be bringing everyone back to life, like how they brought Phil Coulson back to life, Loki back to life a million times, and Nick Fury back to life. You'll become freaking Marvel. Don't do that. You've already brought back Merlin back to life, there's already rumors about Tommy coming back to life, and now Sarah's coming back to life for that one spinoff. That's stupid. At least that's what I've been hearing, is that Sarah's coming back, and I don't like that. That's stupid. Add Laurel or give her own show once they get her pegged down to where she's a good, likable character, because she's not a sidekick. She doesn't need to be going with Oliver every time he goes out to fight for justice. She doesn't need to be there. She's her own hero. Go give her her own city to protect. That would be awesome. And then eventually get those two together, because I want to see that, not Felicity and Oliver, because Felicity is good with Ray. They work together. I like seeing that. That's awesome. They're good. Ray's awesome. Felicity's cool. Just put them together and they work great. Don't have this whole love triangle. That's stupid. This is not a teeny bopper show. We don't need a love triangle. I love Black Canary and Green Arrow together in the comics. They're one of my favorite couples in all of comics. Just keep those two together. Once you get Laurel pegged down to a likable character, right now, don't do it. I hate Laurel. But once you do, give her her own show, put those two together. That'd be awesome, because that would free up another slot to where, hey, we can show more Oliver. Yeah, because if you want more Black Canary, go watch this show, because she's her own hero. She's not a sidekick. She deserves her own show. Do that, please. But anyways, those are just some of my thoughts on how to make Arrow a better show. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys would like to see in Arrow. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.